it will be fine. Okay, so root is the password. Yes, and yesterday we have created few one database and one table. So let me just see that. So show databases, enter, and the database name here is, let's say, batch 9 or something. No. Okay, what was the database name? Sys well as POS, CRM, Camelo. I don't remember. Do you remember? Acha, it is morning batch, I think. So morning batch. So let me just say use morning batch. The same command. Yesterday we have took this. Okay, Selenium class. Is it Selenium class? Okay. Selenium class. Okay. Yes. So this is the database, and let's see any table is there. One more command is there. This command I think we have not seen yesterday. It is show tables. Right, after you create table in a database, using this command you can see how many tables are there. So using show table, I can see here there is one table, student. Okay, so if you want to retrieve or see the records inside the student, then what is the command? So select star from student. Select star from student. Okay, spelling is incorrect. student. So select star from student. So this is the record of a student, right? Fine. And we have seen several where clauses as well. So where let's say if suppose I want to select a particular record, so I can say like this: select star from student where id equal to 1. So I'll get sorry, it is RNO roll number equal to 1. Okay, so I got the record that has the roll number equal to 1. Okay, so I have another criteria as well. I can find the number using, let's say, select star from, let's find the record using student, let's say name column. So name, if you want to search it from using a column which is actually string or varchar, so you have to put a single quote in the where clause or the value of it. So let's say Anil, single quote complete, semicolon is must. Name, what happened to it? Select star from student where name is equal to Anil. Where clause is missing? Where? Okay. It is not case sensitive. Even if it is small, then it's fine. The MySQL is not case sensitive. Okay. So where clause was missing, right? Then we have also tried using less than and equal greater than symbol. So let's say we'll try one. So let's say marks greater than 50. So in this way also you can find the students. Okay, so let's say let me just get the student who belong to Ahmednagar. So where, let's say, city is equal to AHMEDNAGAR semicolon. So these are the students from Ahmednagar. Okay, so one more thing we will see here today, the keyword like. Okay, so the keyword like or it's not keyword, it is operator, the operator like. Okay, so you know what this like does actually, we can find the, let's say, three ways we can find the records. Let's suppose find the records whose name starts with A, right? Or you can even find the record like this as well, which start with AM or AMO with some string as well, with single character as well as with some particular substring as well you can find, right? I'll show you how to do that. So this is one way, and similar way, find the records whose names, let's say, ends with either A or let's suppose something like let's say some string is there, some particular string is there. So this is actually second kind of thing that you can do with the operator like. And third type is actually contents, whose name, let's say, contents, let's say A or some text, okay, inside it. So let me just show you how. So this can be done, the both things can be done using, let's say, where name, not necessary name, you can take any column. So name, write like this, like, and into the inverted commas. If it starts with A, then put A here followed by percentage. Okay, and then if it is AMO, then type, let's say, AMO percentage. Okay, now in this case, ends with A, so type this percentage previously. So percentage means anything, means it should start with A, and after that anything may be there. Again, in this case, it should start with AMO, anything may be there after this. It should start with anything, there should be A at the end. Okay, and similarly, let's say it should start with anything and at the end there should be OL. So in this way, right? Now let's see how to we find using contents. So there will be percentage means there should be a in between somewhere, right? Similarly, percentage OL percentage, right? So it means that there should be OL somewhere in between. Yes, so this was the third option. Yes. So are you getting this, the functionality of operator? I'll be showing you the real examples as well. Yes, are you getting this? Yes, good. So let's try this into the direct queries. Yes, so these are the four records that we have. So let's find a record that starts with P, whose name starts with P. Okay, so select star from student where name, like, let's say, into single inverted comma, P followed by percentage, semicolon, enter. You see the name starting with P have been printed. Okay, so I can also say like that the name started with PR. Okay, so actually both name starts with PR, so the same record is there. Okay, and if I say the name start with PRA, then Praful, it will be printed, right? So we have done the example of these two. Now let's try to find something that ends with some particular character or some string. So here is the record. So KAL. Okay, let's find the record that ends with L. So Praful and Anil are the records that ends with L. So let's try this. Name like L. Okay, so these are the records of a student having name that ends with L. Okay, again, let's say IL. If I say IL it will give me Anil, because Anil has the character sequence IL at the end. Okay, and lastly let's try the contents kind of thing. So let me just see any so we will find A is everywhere. Okay, so N is here, N is here. Okay, so let's find a name that contains N. So let's say like N percentage. So the name should have N in between anywhere. So actually only the profile is not having N, so other all of the records are having N somewhere. Okay, so ND, let's try something. Let's say NI. NI. Okay, so there is one record that contains NI in between. Okay, so in this way we have seen how to find the records of student using a like operator. Yes, are you getting this? Yes. So actually see this we will not use directly in the database testing. Sometimes very rarely we will use, but there will be very so many questions in the interviews, right? So I'm just covering these topics in the in approach of the interview. Okay, so you must remember each and every command that I'm teaching you as long as the interview is concerned, right? So right, so one a few more things, right? So again we have to see that insert, update, delete commands as well, but before that let me just cover these select kind of thing, because the same things are going to be applied to the other commands as well. So same clause, where clause, the same concepts in the where clause will be applied directly in the other commands as well, like delete and update. Fine. So next few commands are there. If suppose I asked you, so let me just have, so let's star from select star from student. Let me just see all the records. Student semicolon, student is there, right? Okay, so these are the records of a student. Okay, so now let's suppose here there is roll number, um, there are duplicate roll numbers, means 4 and 4. So select distinct command, let me just see. Or okay, that we will see later. So let me just see. I want to find out a student having maximum marks. Okay, so for that we have a command. So next is find the maximum marks of the student. Okay, find the maximum marks of a student. For that we have a command, let's say max, right, marks. Okay, so this is actually a function and we will get the maximum marks here. So like this. So select you have to write like this, max marks from a student. So this is the maximum marks from a student. If you want to get the record of it, so let me just try this way. So I think this works only here. If I want to find the record of a student, so it cannot be like this. So it can be, we have to write like this, select star from student where marks mar marks is equal to, you cannot write like this, max marks, right? There will be error. So you have to write like this, because that query actually gives you the result like this. So inside this you have to write a query where select max marks from student. So like this. So 78 is the max marks, right? So this is actually the query. So let me just copy it. Find the record of a student with maximum marks. Okay, so in this way you can get the record of a student, because this statement actually will give you the maximum marks, that is 78 in our case. So here you have to choose like this: select star from student where max is equal to select max marks from student. Remember this query. And one more favorite query is there. It is going to be asked 100% in the interview if the subject is started from SQL during the discussion. Remember this. So, so this is the first one. This is the second one, and third one. Look at this. Third is going to be asked in the interview for 100%. So find the second highest marks of a student. Student. Yes, can you guess how to do this? Okay, so I'll give you five minutes. Let's try this command. Okay, so you know how to find the max marks of a student. You know how to get the record of a maximum student, maximum marks, or the student having maximum marks. So try this. Yes. So how to find the second highest marks for a student? Take a pen, paper, or open a notepad in your machine and try this command. Yes. Select star from student. Sorry. Okay. Select star from student. Okay, let it be. Okay, anything, even if it is wrong, that's fine. Can we set increase order? Choose by index. Uh, Increase order. And that's a different story, Praful. Just try the command. Whatever you feel. Find the highest and second less than. Okay, logically Praful is quite correct, but let's see how to do it. Okay, just look at the screen. I'm writing the query. So find the highest and then less than. Okay, so exactly the same thing that just Praful told me I'm going to do. But let's see how. Yes, Priyanka, that's correct. Select. Have you googled it? Googled it or what? Okay, it's okay. You should also. Fine, fine, good, good. Let it be. So select star from student where marks is actually it should be less than instead of greater than. Select max marks. Mm, okay, again there is slightly a change. Here again it should be select max marks. And so this would be the query, I think. Select max marks from student. It will give me the maximum marks, but where marks less than the maximum marks. Okay, so let's try this. So copy it, paste it, semicolon. You see 68 is the second highest score, isn't it? Hmm. So 68 is the second highest score after 78, right? So the query is like this. Once again, look at this. So select max marks from student where marks is less than select max from student. Okay, so in this way we actually find first highest marks and less than it would be the second highest score of the student. So are you getting this query? Select max from the student where marks is equal to marks is less than select max marks from student. Yes. Okay, there is one more way. Hmm, quite similar to this. Select max marks from student where marks, let's say, not in, right? So this is also one way. So let's try this way as well. Paste the same way, marks not in. You can also use the operator not in. Okay, so this is one more way. Now few more things we will see, that is ascending and descending order. Let's say we can sort the record. Let's say this is the last topic from the select queries, and then we will move to some other queries. So sorting the records. Okay, so we can sort the record using ordered by. Okay, so order by means order by, let's say, column column name using order by column name, right? Order means arrange it with some sequence, right? Normally it is ascending, but you can optionally give ascending or descending as well. Okay, so let's see how to order the record with respect to something. Let's say here it is Priyanka proposal. We can order it by anything. You can order it by name as well. So alphabetically the things will be ordered. You can order it by marks as well, or we can order it by date as well. Okay, let's try everything. So select star from student, let's say order by name. You see, order by name, alphabetically it is sorted. So A is first, so Anil, Aryan, Praful, Priyanka, and then Sandeep. Okay, so it is sorted or like ordered by name. You got this. Let's try order by marks, and you see it is by default ascending. So if I say DESC, so it will be ordered reverse way, right? So the A is last, right? So order by name and DESC, fine. And if you remove this, so by default it will be in ascending order. Okay, so let's sort it by, let's say, marks. So ordered by marks. So you see, it is by default ascending order. So 40, 67, and you can do it by descending or DSC. Sorry, something is order by marks and this. So descending order means highest marks first in this way. Let's try by for the date of joining, ordered by, let's say, date of joining. Okay, so highest date or early date is first here, and the 9 is last. So ascending order, and let's say DESC, then 9 should be first. Okay, so in this way, so date 9 will be first. Okay, so this is descending order. Yes, so you got this order by clause. Yes, have you got this? Good. Fine, then let's move to some other queries. Okay, so order by column name, ascending, descending. You will understand this, I hope so. So maximum marks of student we have done. So let's try some other queries. So now I am going to throw some light on update query. Okay, so update query, we can change something into this, right? So let's say if let's suppose I enter something here, and let's say it is changed. uh, Let me just change this roll number. As this is not a primary key, we can change it. So let's say this is the roll number is actually 4 is duplicate, and let me just have a change in it. So what I'll do is update. So generally IDs or roll number are not to be changed, but here we are doing it. So update command is update table name. What is table name? Student. Update student. And then what you want to set, let's say RNO is equal to 5. And whose RNO? If you don't write where condition, it will set all RNO to 5, but I'll put where condition. Now where condition will exactly the same, just like in the select command. So where, let's say, name equal to Anil. Okay, where the name equal to Anil, enter. And now let's say select star from student. You see, now I can order by RNO. So like this the changes happen. So let me write the syntax for it. Update query is update table name, update table directly table. Here actually in select was select star from table, or here there is direct table name. So update table name, set set column name equal to value. You can also have a change on multiple columns also in the same query. So let's suppose this is column 1 and put a comma here. Let's say column 2 equal to value, then column 3 equal to value. Like this you can have multiple columns, so on. Here, if you don't write where clause, then all the records will be updated with the given values, or with the values given in the update command. Okay, so better you put a where clause. Okay, so where, then condition. You can put condition the way you want. You can use equal to, less than, like, and everything. Whatever you have learned in where clause, you can apply that here. Okay, so and accordingly those record will be updated. Okay, so let's try few more update commands on this record. So let me just update city. I see here two Ahmednagar. So let me add one more city here. So let's change this city whose whose roll number is 4. Okay, so update student, let's say city is equal to, let's say we will say Bhor. Okay, and let me also change some other ways as well. So let me also change marks is equal to 100, marks is equal to, let's say, 90. Okay, and also if you want you can change the phone number as well. So let's say phone is equal to 19990. Okay, and if you hit enter directly here, then all the records will be updated. So currently we don't want to do that. So let's say where id where roll number equal to 3, enter. Something is wrong here. What is wrong? Update student, set I missed here. Set, I have to write here set. Okay, one time we need to write set here. Query okay, one row affected. So let's try this. Select star from student. You see Sandeep has phone number 1990 Bhor and marks equal to 90. This is the change it happened. Okay, I'll also show you. Let's say update student, and let's say set marks is equal to, let's say, 35, and I don't give where clause. So what happens? You see all the marks are set to 35. So in this way you can try other combinations as well, whatever you want, right? So this is how the update query works. So yes, have you got this update query? Praful is asking something actually. Can we use like a marks greater than? Yes, you can use. Yes, Praful, you can use the any where condition you can use, right? Any condition in the where clause you can use, right? So now we'll see the delete query. So delete query, and there will be a short interview question on delete. If the interviewer started the subject of delete, so let me just show you. He's surely going to ask you the difference between delete, drop, and truncate. Okay, so have you heard about this? Delete, drop, and truncate. So these are the commands. Yes, yes, Priyanka. Uh, what is the difference? Do you remember this? Or if you have heard it? So what is the difference between delete and truncate? Don't know truncate. Okay. So what is delete and drop? Delete and drop. Anyone? Delete means remove the data. That's fine. Okay. What could be the drop and truncate? Truncate means remove all rows. Drop means just ignore. Okay. Fine. Okay, good. Thanks for reply. So let me just define the things here. Drop command can be used with drop. Let me talk about drop first. So this command is used with table as well as database. So you can either drop the table or drop the database. Okay. So drop means it destroy. If you say drop table table name, so it destroys your table structure, of course data as well, right? Of course data as well. If the structure is destroyed, it means that the things inside it are also destroyed, right? So then we can also have drop database name, drop database name. So it destroys your complete database. So I'll show you that as well. So I'll suggest you try this command after doing all the practice, because when it is going to destroy everything, then you will not have data to practice, right? So I will always teach this at the end, because initially if I teach this, so all whatever I have inserted will be gone, and again we have to make entries, right? So it destroys your database. It destroys your whole database. So database may contain some records inside it. Okay, so let me just show. I have so many database, I can happily destroy a new database. So I can see here, so show databases, sorry, show, the spelling is mistake, data bases. Okay. So these many databases are there. Which database I can delete? Evening batch has some tables into it. CRM is also there. I can delete this Ganesh. Okay, let me just see Ganesh. Use Ganesh. So let's say use Ganesh. To drop the database, you don't need to select it. You can directly delete from here itself. So Ganesh. So I'm just selecting this because I just want to see how which tables are there. Is it something familiar to me? So show tables, so that accidentally I should not delete some important database. So just a student is there. So DESC. Let's say the table structure DESC student here. Yes, this is just a normal. So I can show you the dropping the table here as well. So select star from student, select star from student. Okay, this is the best example I got. So there is one record inside it. Okay, so let me just talk about delete as well, so that we can combine go for that. So this is the drop command. So have you got this? Just the definition. Of course, we are going to see it practically as well. So have you got this drop table name? Yes. Drop database. Yes. Is there any confusion? Drop table means it destroys your table structure, and drop database means it destroys the whole database. Okay, fine then. Uh, Let me just tell you about talk about the delete command. So delete. So delete is actually used only delete and truncate. Okay, just have a look. So delete and truncate are used only in context of tables. Okay, so drop is actually used in both context, that is database and table. Now delete and truncates are only used in the context of table. So let's see what is the difference. So delete, there is one similarity and one difference there. So delete deletes the data, not the table structure. Only deletes the data inside it. So delete actually deletes the data inside and not the table structure. Table structure will remain there, so you can later add the other records as well. Okay, so the same thing will truncate do. There will be some slight changes here. So this is the first point in delete, right? So delete can do, it deletes the records. Here we have option of where clause. Here where clause means you can choose what to delete, what not to delete, right? So but here we don't have where clause option. Truncate means delete all. Okay, here we don't have where clause option. Truncate table means delete all the records. Okay, so this is, and one more thing, uh, it can be rolled back, right? And truncate commands can't be rolled back. Okay, it means that if we delete the data from using delete command, there is a possibility to retain it, and if we delete the record from truncate command, so there is almost zero possibility to get back that. Okay, so let's try these commands one by one. So let's try this delete. Okay, so we will use our own database. So use selenium class, and here, sorry, there is no space here, and select star from student. So here is the table. Now I'll say delete from student, delete from student. If I don't use where clause, it will delete all the record, right? So let me just write a note here into bracket. If you don't use where clause, it will delete all the records. Okay, if you don't use the where clause, it will delete all the records. So I'm better I use it, because everything will be deleted, then will not have any data further to do some more operations. So let me say where let's say id is equal to 1. Okay, something is wrong. Delete from id is not there, it is a roll number, so rno. Enter. Query affected. Let's see the record here. You see the record having roll number 1 is deleted. Similarly, you can try the other where clauses as well. You can use less than, equal to, like symbol as well, and you can delete the record from the student. Okay, so let me just try with the truncate command. Let's say truncate student semicolon, sorry, truncate table student. What is happening? Spelling is truncate is what? Okay, truncate student. Truncate student. The table is the records are deleted. So records are deleted means it says empty set, but table is still there. DESC, you can say student. You see table is still there, right? Now if I say like this, let's say drop student, enter, drop table student. Okay, we have to specify here. Drop table student. So table is dropped. Now if you say DESC student semicolon, table student does not exist. Okay, so table selenium class dot student does not exist. So drop table, dropped the database, the table, drop table command, drop the table. It means it destroys the table structure as well. So let's try drop database as well. So the database name here is selenium class. So let's say show databases. Okay, so here you see selenium class is here. So I can say drop database selenium class. This is very harmful command, so you just fire it wisely, right? So if suppose you are working in a big project and it has, let's say, thousands of tables in a database, and if you just simply type drop database and database name, your project is gone. So generally you don't have such a access, such a query access, right? So that you should not delete the database. Okay, so I am just showing database once again. So you see the database is vanished. So drop database actually destroyed the whole database, or it just removed that particular database. Yes, so these were the delete kind of commands. So delete, truncate, and drop. Yes, have you got this? Yes, good, fine. So what we will do is, and that's all about actually MySQL, and we will have a little bit start to the